When I first heard of this brand, Elofty, I was like, who the heck is this? Who? They have been in the game for a very, very long time. The only thing is that they've been selling exclusively domestically to the China market. That's why you have never heard of them. And recently they decided to kind of expand to the United States. Tell from the ride quality, not just the build quality, but the way that this thing rides absolutely impresses me by quite a bit. So right now they have only been selling in the China market, and they have exclusively been focusing on the manufacturing side of things. They're kind of like the guys in the back that have all these expertise making electric skateboards and have a China-facing brand, but now they kind of want to expand to the United States, and I absolutely do think they knocked it out of the park. I think I mentioned this before, but with this board, this looks like a short board, right? This looks like Ace-Deck Stella S1 electric skateboard, the short board, but this board does not ride like a short board. It is absolutely amazing. It rides like a boosted longboard, except better. They made the board, the deck, really, really low to the ground, so you can carve really well, and the stability is exceptional. One of my biggest problems about riding street boards in the streets of Utah, it is just absolutely not enjoyable at all. This is one of the few times that I actually do enjoy riding this board down the street using street wheels. The first thing is this deck. Let me flip this thing over real quick. Despite this thing look like a short board, when you put your foot on here, I don't stand like a short board. There's actually a lot of distance between the front and the back, so you can actually have like a really wide longboard stance on this board. They call this deck the downhill longboard style deck. So the bushings out of the box is pretty tight. I loosened it up a little bit, and now it's pretty playful, kind of between super playful and steady. They call this 95A, and the bushings feel really, really good. Check out how well this carves. And I'm in S Plus mode. The response is very, very good. So that was kind of like the full acceleration. I would describe this acceleration to be on par with the Parsec Aero Pro. If you compare this to something like Meeple Voyager Zella X, those $1,000 boosted style boards, the motor is a little bit smaller. It's got the battery, it's got the ESC, but the motor is a little bit smaller. So let's try it again, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. It's zippy, it's smooth, and it's pretty stable. So if Meeple Voyager is 10 out of 10 in terms of acceleration, this feels like an 8. So you know, this feels almost exactly like the Parsec Aero Pro. For a lot of people, this is like more than enough. And the brakes are really, really good. They're strong and firm. Look. You hear that sound? That's not because of the wheels locking up. That's rather the wheels are still moving to give you the max amount of grip. Absolutely love the way this thing carves. Let's do a quick stop again. Great stopping power. Love it. Very strong braking. Okay, one of the things I really like is this truck. This truck looks amazing, and then it carves really amazingly as well. So when I first unboxed it, bushings were on really tight, so I couldn't move left or right. I loosened up just a bit. These bushings are 95A. They feel really good. Usually I tell people, you know, go change up your bushings, but if you loosen up a little bit, like, you don't need to change your bushings. They are really good, and there's actually a great balance between high speed, really high speed, and carving as well. So this board brings a huge balance to that. Usually what I found with these type of boards, you have to tune it to go fast, and then you have to like tune it back down to carve. You can't have both. But with the setup that I have right now, it feels like it's both. And I'm ripping in the middle of the street going 30 miles per hour, and when I slow down, I can still carve really well. And of course, this truck is actually built with 70-75 T6 aluminum. Most of the trucks that I've seen that says they have a CNC aluminum is using 6061, which is a weaker version of the aluminum and much cheaper. So they definitely spent a lot of money on this whole truck. So I love how this thing turns. It turns very sharply, turns well, and it's extremely stable when you're going turbo like a freaking rocket in the middle of the road. I absolutely love this. Oh, let's talk about deck height, because a lot of these shortboards, they are quite tall. they get kind of tall, so it's really hard to carve. They don't feel very good when they're carving. Shortboards have a tendency to have wheel bites, so what they do is they use a lot of spacers to kind of lift up the deck so that they don't get wheel bites. But the end result of that is your deck becomes really high and it just becomes really awkward when you are carving. But this board remains really short off the ground, so it still is a great carving experience. Even though it's not as powerful as, say, like a Voyager, I don't use like the top percent of Voyager's power anyway. I feel like the zippiness of this board is just good enough, right? If I'm in S Plus mode, it is incredibly zippy and zoomy, but it's buttery smooth, right? It's not like the Zealot X or the Voyager where top portion of the torque is uncontrollable. This just feels like it's tuned just right. It's so much fun. It's more like this is designed for fun, and you can still tap into that excessive energy, but it's fun in a very safe manner. Yeah, even these grooves in between each block of the sidewalk feels very manageable right now. They feel very good, very manageable. Oh shit. Can I get through this? Let's try it. This is like a dirt pile. You did it!